Is it a bad thing to move to a different country and enjoy having access to more luxuries in life? Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me now 10 years in the game as an expat slash nomad. I am on my fourth country, third continent, here in Lusaka, Zambia, the southern region of Africa. And one of the things I've started doing is explaining to you and sharing with you some of the things I've learned along this 10-year journey to help me be successful at it. But also, most importantly, if you're an expat or thinking about becoming one, why you should be looking here into Zambia for all the opportunities that exist. And so in today's video, and this comes from last night on a TikTok video that a friend of mine shared with me. She was like, hey, what do you think about this? And it was a young lady she's in America, in Los Angeles, and she's talking about South Africa, but she's talking about Black Americans that's in South Africa, and they're showing off the things that they're able to afford now and how affordable the country is, how their money's going so much further. And she's like, it's disrespectful. You need to be there worried about the poor. You need to be there doing for the poor community. And I think this is a bunch of nonsense personally. Like, as someone who does have community, I do charity work, as you may know, even here in Zambia. Now I'm starting to where I purchase reusable sanitary pads. I don't have one with me right now. Reusable sanitary pads for young girls and young women that I'm donating to female prisoners, orphanages, and schools. And I don't highlight a lot of that. If you notice most of my content, especially if you're someone who's been watching me, I don't talk much about any of the charity things I do. I've never spoken about the charity things I did in the US. I didn't speak about the charity things I was doing in Colombia during COVID. I never spoke about the charity things I was doing in Panama. And so I responded to the comments and I was like, look, if there's no point in you worrying about the people that are living in poverty, you're not worrying about them in your home country. And mind you, this young lady is from Los Angeles. You can go look at a video right now from Ace Live, which is a YouTuber that I like. He has a video on Skid Row. I've personally been to Skid Row when I went to LA. I didn't like anything about Los Angeles. It's not saying Los Angeles is a bad place. I felt Los Angeles was overpriced and overhyped. It wasn't my thing. But hey, each their own. And instead of hearing, like, what I'm saying is, if you're not focused on those issues in your own home country, why are you going to be focused on those issues when you go to another country? Especially if you're a tourist or a vacationer, or even if you're going to live out the rest of your life for retirement. And her response was, well, it's not a retirement place. And I told her straight up, it is a retirement place if you can afford it. The same way that some people from other countries who have the money go to retire in the United States. Anywhere in the world can be a place for you to retire. Anywhere in the world can be a place for you to live your dreams. It's about you. What do you want? Where do you want to be? Jason wants to be in Africa. Jason wants to be in Zambia, to be exact. I live a good life here, a great life. Shit, let me not even lie. I live a great life here. I'm not financially struggling. I'm not worried about much things. That doesn't mean life is just always perfect, sunny, and rainbows. But it doesn't mean I'm living in hardship. And I wanted to just do this video because I'm talking to a lot of people now that are really considering about leaving the United States and coming to maybe Zambia or other countries. You have the right to live your dream. You have the right to live the life you want. Don't let people like this bully you into feeling like, oh, I gotta be meek. Oh, I got to live below my means. If you go to a country and you can afford to live in a mansion, live in the damn mansion. You earned it. You worked hard for your money. It is other people that are always telling people who worked hard for what they got, this is what you should do. And I just want to share this lesson I learned from, I think it was either Uncle G, Grant Cardone, or it was Ray Higdon, or it was a combination of both. Maybe, I think it was between 3 people, 4 or 5 people. Ray Higdon, Les Brown, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, and I can't remember the fifth person, but it was someone else because I do a lot of virtual seminars. And when I was in the U.S. and Colombia, I would fly back. When I was in Colombia, I would fly back to the U.S. and do live seminars. All of them challenged me, and they kept saying this one repeating thing over and over. It's easy for you to judge someone with more money than you about how they're not doing enough. But what are you doing with what you have? That resonated with me. And it's been like 6 or 7 years when I first heard that. And I kept hearing it over and over, and it resonated with me. What am I doing? Yes, I used to be one of those people complaining like, oh man, this rich person just gave $10,000, but they have a net worth of 200 million. But what was I willing to do? And that's when I started really monitoring my actions. I started seeing all the money that I was wasting on alcohol, all the money I was wasting on going to clubs, all the money I wasted doing nonsense, dumb stuff, all the money that I blew away on buying crap that I didn't need, buying liabilities instead of purchasing assets. When I started that mindset shift of really thinking about what am I doing to better someone's life? What am I doing to leave a bigger impact on this world? That's when I started realizing I wasn't doing shit. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. I was in a victim mode all the time, crying, complaining majority of my life. And then I was wondering why opportunities wasn't coming to me. I was wondering why I wasn't getting any of the blessings, wasn't having heaven on earth. It was because I was so busy concerned about, well, why this person ain't doing something? And I wasn't even looking and seeing that I wasn't doing a damn thing. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't even taking care of my life. I wasn't taking care of my health. I wasn't doing anything. And I want to challenge you, like, what are you doing? What are you willing to do? You don't need to become a millionaire to be able to start giving back and helping people. You can help someone right now. Like, even if something as simple as, hey, you can cut in front of me. You at a grocery store. Hey, I see you have less groceries than me. Go ahead and go. Simple things. Like just saying hi to someone, saying good morning to someone, just smiling at someone. I wasn't doing any of that. I was so I don't even want to say self-centered, because being self-centered is becoming the best version of you. Now I'm the most self-centered person in the world. Like, I care about my happiness. I care about what I want in this life. And because of that, it impacts other people. It was such a selfless place. And what do I mean by selfless? I was so focused on why I'm not getting this, why I'm not getting that. I didn't even care about myself. Like, you have the ability, when you leave the United States, earning the US dollar, your money is going to multiply. You can enjoy a whole lot better quality of living leaving the United States. But guess what? You have to work hard for that in the United States. And this is where a lot of times, a lot of people, even overseas in other countries, they don't get this. They see that, oh, you have the ability to earn a lot of money in the US, but they don't understand it takes a lot of sacrifice. Like, the life that you see me living now, the things you see me doing, the things that I'm speaking about, I didn't get those by luck. I didn't get those because my family left me a trust fund. I went to war. I went to war to get what I got. I made a huge sacrifice. Even right now, and I don't talk about this a lot, because of the 10 screws that are in my spine, I have 10 screws in my spine, my neck always comes out of place. I either have to always get massages, or go to a chiropractor. This is something I have to do for the rest of my life. Like yesterday, when I went to get my hair cut, she saw how I was having nerve issues in my left arm. So she really took the time to stretch my neck out, massage it good, hitting it hard. And she was like, I'm seeing you really in pain today. And I don't talk about it. I don't talk about the everyday pain that I go through. One of the reasons why I use this stem cell products here is to help alleviate some of this stuff. Like, Instead of judging someone when they're trying to show you the things that they are getting now in life, you might want to ask them questions like, hey, how did you get there? Because I'm telling you, the more I meet successful people, the more I meet people who on the outside looks like they're having a way better life than others. When you talk to them, you find out they made way more sacrifices than the average person that is complaining. I didn't understand these things in the beginning. Um, I didn't understand human psychology. Yes, I read psychology books. I read the textbooks from college and all of these things. That's not human psychology. They're giving you a little bit of information and a lot of bit of nonsense. When I started actually understanding and researching and studying human psychology, that's how I really started understanding how to change my life and to enjoy heaven on earth. Heaven on earth is real if you put in the work for it. But if you don't, you're going to be living in your own personal hell. And that's where a lot of people are. A lot of people who are complaining, a lot of people that are angry, a lot of people that are envious, jealous. To be jealous of someone, man, what is flying on my head? To be jealous of someone because they're able to go to another country and they're enjoying the fruits of their labor. The fruits of their labor. Those words means, that sentence means something. The fruits of your labor. They're enjoying the fruits of their labor. It's crazy to be jealous of that person. It's crazy to be envious of that person. But also, like, you're blocking a blessing. When someone like that is showing the things that they're able to do, instead of critiquing them or criticizing them, you should be asking them, hey, how did you do this? One of my real good friends that still live in Colombia today, I need to text him and check on him. He taught me so much in life. And I don't even think he realized how much he taught me in the 3 years that we spent together, as far as being friends in Colombia, walking around, going out to eat, just the knowledge that he gave me. He made a lot of money in this world, a lot of money. Very successful man, black man also, very successful black man. And he taught me so much on how to be a better man. He taught me so much on how to be a better husband. Even today, the things that I do in the relationship that I'm in, as far as dating, I use some of the principles that he taught me. When other people were talking about, oh man, you're this, you're that, I was sitting there learning from him. And I know most of the people who follow me, I know, like you and most of the others that follow me, you're successful. You're most likely an entrepreneur. You worked hard in the government sector, or working hard even now. But every once in a while, I know I get a few people that come on the channel and they're not there yet. This is why I do these videos. Like, I'm sharing these videos with you. I'm not someone who started on the top. I started on the bottom. My great grandparents were slaves. I'm so proud of that, man. Like, to know that in such a short time frame, to go from people who were right at the tail end of slavery or slaves, because at the end of the day, slavery didn't end in 1865 or whatever year they give you. It went well on to the 1900s, still exists today, technically. If you read the Constitution correctly, it still says slavery is legal in the United States. But like, to go from there to being able to be an international traveler, to be able to be a guy who bought land. I own over 50 acres of land here in Zambia. Like, I'm able to now to be getting ready to start developing housing. Like, I just went out to Eastern Province, and I promise I'm gonna do the video talking about it, highlighting the experience, everything like that. To be able to go interview with the town councils out there, to be able to purchase land and develop for government workers and the people that live out there. To be able to start setting up a farm that's out in Chama, a little further in the Eastern Province. To be able to have land out here in the Westwood area, where I'm about to start putting up some shops and things like this. To be able to have the ability I'm about to purchase a car in July and partner with to start a fleet, premium taxi, luxury taxi line, partnering with a local Zambian. I'm blessed to do this. And this all came from someone who is third generation, fourth generation from slavery. Like, that is crazy. And like, I want to inspire people. I want people to know, like, hey, this is what's here. And just because some people may use the wrong terminology saying, oh, things are cheaper, they're not saying it from a negative perspective as if things are so cheap in these countries that everybody is able to afford and live the dream of their life. No. If you study the book, the 80-20 principle, it shows you only about 20% of the population is really enjoying their life anywhere in the world. Everyone is not living a great life. Even here in Zambia, yes, I'm living a great life. That doesn't mean everyone's living a great life. Some people are struggling. Some people are tired. But guess what's going to help improve it? More people like you coming here. More people like you realizing, yo, maybe my American dream isn't in America. Maybe I can't start up the businesses I want there because it's too expensive. So let me work hard, earn my money, be financially responsible, then come here to a country like Zambia, and then let me start my dream. Maybe my American dream is a Zambian dream. Maybe it's a South African dream. Maybe it's another dream, a dream in another country. But once you start bringing that dream and you start creating businesses, you're going to start changing the lives of people around you. Like, if you read the book 80-20 principle, you will know right off, just coming here and handing people money is foolish. Let me not even say foolish, that's being too nice. It's dumb. Handing people money is dumb. Money is never the problem that people have. It's the inability and the lack of knowledge to understand how to earn money. Money is not the problem. The problem is always below why you are not able to earn enough money to survive. I'm not saying it to be rude. It's the facts. We have to get back to a society of people that are wanting to hear the truth. This whole political correctness world we live in now, this whole, oh, let me make things sound nice. Let me just slowly tell you what's wrong. It's nonsense. People need to know right now, it is not the lack of money that's the problem. It's the lack of understanding of how to earn money consistently. What do you need to do? Right now, if you took 10,000 US dollars, which is about equivalent to 280,000 kwacha, that's a lot of money here. But if you give that to 90% of the people that you just run by, they're going to run through that money. They're not going to become successful. They're not going to create a long-lasting generational wealth off of that. I'm not being funny and I'm not critiquing as if I'm better than you. I'm being honest. This is the truth. If you truly are studying human psychology, which is the study of self, your actions, what you do on a day-to-day basis, as you get more money, it magnifies you. Money does not make you a better person. It magnifies who you are at your base. I've earned money a lot in my life, but it was until I started understanding who I was at my base, understanding my spending habits, understanding how to budget, understanding all of these different things, I started living a better life off less money. When Cece and I were making over 100,000 US dollars a year, we lived an okay life, but we were still struggling. Like, there was still, things we didn't understand. There was still things we were trying to figure out. It was until we understood how to become financially free. How we understood that was by studying it. I shit you not. We were playing the cash flow board game from Robert Kiyosaki, How to Get Out the Rat Race, or Cash Flow, Getting Out of the Rat Race. That's what taught us a lot. That's what opened my eyes to understanding more about opportunities around me. When we first started the game, we would playing the game, and we played it every day. We would start our morning out every day at 6 a.m. playing this game. If it took us an hour to finish, we would finish. If it took us 3 hours, however long it took, we wouldn't stop until we finished getting out of the rat race. And when we first started, Everything was just by the book. Like, oh, okay, I can just buy this many stocks. I have this much money. As we kept playing 6 months in, we started understanding like, hold up, who says this is the only way to do something? Like, let's say if I, as Jason, have an opportunity to purchase stocks here in Zambia, but you do not have access to purchase stocks here because you don't have a NRC or you're not a resident here yet. That doesn't mean you can't purchase stocks here. That just means you do not know how to think outside the box. Thinking within the box is the thing that is holding us back financially for most of us. You have to think outside of the box to start figuring out this thing called life and how to really enjoy it. We've all been put in this box that makes no sense. Everyone. The box that we have been taught makes zero sense. The box we've been put in is go to school, get a good education, get a good job. There's no jobs. There's no jobs in Zambia. There's no jobs in South Africa. There's no jobs in any part of the world. There's no jobs in the United States. Majority of the people that are going to school to get a good job are not ending up with good jobs. Because once you finish school, guess what they tell you? We need at least 5 years experience. Where are you going to get 5 years experience if you had to just go to school to get the certification to be able to go get a job? But then at entry level, they saying, hey, we want this experience. This is the thing that they're not teaching us. They're lying to us. We live in a system that is a lie. This is a slave system we're in. The only way to create jobs is entrepreneurship. But guess what? Going to school to get a BSM or a business degree, like no business operates by a textbook. Business operates by on the ground hard work. And then they bash business models such as network marketing and MLM, which is teaching you viable business skills, viable selling skills, networking skills, people skills. Like even now, just about every third video you see, AI is destroying the jobs. AI is going to change the world. At the end of the day, people buy stuff from people. There is no artificial intelligence that can speak to you better than a human can speak to you. AI can make life simpler. Like, give you an example. Just yesterday, my girlfriend, she's a fashion designer here in Zambia, doing really great work. And one of the big talent agencies reached out to her and they asked her like, hey, we would like to have your brand to showcase at our next show. And so she was like, hey, can you help me write the letter? I was like, yeah, it's simple. It's no problem writing a letter. So I told her, hey, send me the letter they sent to you. So what I did, I went on my computer, I pasted the letter in one of the AI, like ChatGPT and DeepSeek. And then I just told it what to do. It generated a response in about 30 seconds. After that, I sent her the response that it generated. And I was like, hey, does this sound good to you? We're going to clean it up after this. Maybe another 2 minutes. We went through, cleaned it up, made sure I had the AI check all the grammar, punctuation, all of that. I'm not the best at that. So I'm not going to act like I'm some literary genius or, like I'm writing books and stuff. No. We checked, we did the final check. Everything went clean. I sent it back to her and I was like, hey, just check it one more time. Just read through it, make sure it's good, and then send it off. In less than 5 minutes, we sent a response. That is what artificial intelligence is going to help. It's going to help with the nuance of taking 30, 40 minutes, a few hours to do something. Now you can go in AI and just say, hey, give me this, let's research this, let me know what this is, and it'll generate a response for you instantly. That's how AI is. If you put an artificial intelligence robot and me in the same room and we're trying to sell you a product, you're going to buy from Jason. Jason's a human. Jason can relate to you. I can talk to you about things. Let me not even give you that. I'm going to just sell you this right here. This is called Morcell. This is a plant-based stem cell product. Now I could read off to you, okay, this has erythritol. It has blueberry powder. It has this stem cell. It has that. you're not going to buy it. That is what the artificial intelligence is going to tell you. But what if I tell you, hey, are you tired of not having too much energy? Are you tired of waking up in pain? Are you tired of just doing simple things such as walking to the bathroom and you're just feeling aches and pains all day? Guess what? What if I tell you just doing something simple as this, taking one of these packets twice a day, pouring the contents under your tongue, it can help you just wake up and feel like you're walking on clouds. What if I tell you this could help you alleviate some of that neck pain, some of that back pain, some of that just pain in your knees where it feel like it's just cracking all the time? What if taking this product after a year consistently each and every day, I tell you, you can actually get up and down, get out of bed, and you're no longer just complaining. That is what a human can do. Like, but guess what? If you don't learn those skills, how are you going to ever be able to do that? And I'm going very loosely. Like, I'm not even using any NLP. I'm not using any marketing strategy. All I'm doing is relating to you right there. And you're going to learn that eventually from people. I know I'm going to live off topic with the marketing part. I love marketing, by the way. But like, if you start talking to people that are successful, you're going to start realizing they learned people skills. They learned selling skills. They learned networking skills. This is something we all have access to now in abundance. We call it social media, but at the end of the day, it's about business. If you can grow 100 loyal people on social media that like, know, and trust you, you can create the life of your dreams working together. It's not that hard. But the first thing we have to stop doing is lying to one another. We got to stop lying saying, oh, this person has an advantage. No one has an advantage. The only advantage that people use is they're willing to look around their circumstances and say, look, I don't want any of this. This is what I want. And let me go find how I can get that. I didn't grow up in wealth. I'm going to keep always telling you that today. And it hurts me. I'm not going to lie to you. It hurts me. My mom still lives in Oak Cliff, Texas. That's the hood. Gunshots, people selling drugs. You seeing drug addicts selling themselves. Do you think I want my mom living in that? No. So why do you think I'm here in Africa building the life of my dream? Because I want to be able to earn enough money to where I go send for my mom and say, hey, look, if you want to just get away from that, if you don't even want to leave the United States, let me at least buy you a nice house. Like, at the very least, let me put you in a nice neighborhood where you don't have to be around this nonsense. But more importantly, how about you come to Africa, live here? I'll build you a house. You tell me how big you want your house is. I'll build it to your schematics and I'll hire a maid for you. I have a live-in nurse with you, have a little nurse, a quarter for her to live in to where she's not living in the house, but she lives on the property. You don't have to worry about someone being put in a nursing home. Those are the things that I'm focused on. Like, it's so much more to this world, man. And like, you do have the ability to get the life of your dreams. And I'm telling you right now, most likely that life is not in your home country. When the world reset back in 2022, or 2020, was that when the world reset? Whatever year that was, the world reset. And we now know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to use the words for it. It reset everything. It reset the wealth. It reset the earning potential. The only catch is you have to figure out how to go get it. Being envious and being jealous of people who have things better than you is not going to get you there. Like, what is it that you want for your life? Look for it. Work for it. And now, because of social media, you have access to people that at one point you never could have access to. I have daily talks with Damon John. Do that mean Damon John is talking, hey, Jason, what's up? No, but we talk in comments. I watch his videos. I have daily talks with millionaires and billionaires every single day. They're posting content on the internet. Like, you have the ability to access people that were at one point was unaccessible, whether through financial or just through physical location. Like, I'm about to end this because this is a very long video. I didn't even plan on talking this long. If you want to start changing your life, start changing the things that you do. Maybe you need to stop drinking. Maybe you need to stop chasing women. Maybe you need to stop just going out to bars and clubs. Maybe you need to start reading books. Maybe you even need to change your entire algorithm on the internet. If you're not seeing things that are about business and how to make money, it's not because those things are inaccessible or you being shadow banned. It means you're not showing interest in those things. And I know this video is going to hurt some people. I really hope it don't hurt you with the things that I'm saying, but someone has to start being honest with you. Someone has to start telling you the truth. And, I always talk about, I don't want to be a gatekeeper. And part of that not being a gatekeeper is me not lying to you. You have the ability to do whatever you want to do in this world, but it's not going to come without a sacrifice. That is the hidden secret to success. Success takes sacrifice. Sacrifice is not this jumping on the bomb like you're Captain America. That's a movie. Sacrifice means giving up who you are now to become the better version of you in the future. That's what it means. And so if you have any questions or comments, I just want to end it there. Leave them down below. And then I want to ask you also, don't think it's just Jason. I talk to successful people every day that get on my calendar, and we have great conversations. If you're someone that's experiencing success, let people know in the comments some of the things you sacrifice. We need to start sharing this information and letting people know, there's a reason why some people are more successful than others, and they're making big sacrifices, and they enjoy the funds of life later on in life. And so just leave those down in the comments, please. And just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.